G'day YouTube, Chris here, and today we've got Auto Authority Principal Wayne Graves, and we've got quite a special project here today to look at. Wayne, what are we looking at?
Hi Chris. We've been asked to build number 46, which was known as the Mary Stuart RSR. I believe there was only two built in this configuration in 1973. One of them, or both of them, started off as 2.8 RSR engines and probably fairly standard body shells, and as the year went on they slowly morphed into what's known as the Mary Stuart models with the large rear wing incorporating the ducktail, hence the name. And
so this raced at Le Mans?
It raced at a number of the long distance races, including Le Mans in '73.
Yep.
I think it also did target a Ferrari, but in a narrow version.
Yes. And so there's something very unusual at the tail on this car, isn't there, Wayne?
Well, yeah, this is when Porsche really pushed the envelope with the width of the tyres, etc., and trying to get more downforce, introduced the extra wing over the rear guard.
And so we've actually got the car right here. Shall we take a look? And so tell us what we're looking at here, Wayne.
So we found a 1973 chassis, and we've been slowly accumulating parts, and as you can see we're now into the fabrication of the rear wing and rear guard. You can't buy them, so basically Burke's Metalworks are doing this part of the project, taking dimensions off photos and recreating them into the real thing in steel.
In the proper metal?
Yeah.
And so if we take a look on the back, the bodywork blends into a standard ducktail, is that right, Wayne?
That's correct. Standard ducktail, and with the steelwork being incorporated into it. As you can see, they're currently fabricating this area here, and they've added in the extra wide guards that they had.
Looks awesome. And Wayne, tell us about what's going on at the front end here.
Well, it's the same with the front. No one produces the correct width guard, so we tried standard RSR steel guards.
You have to start from scratch.
Yeah, so this is where the guard will go from here, and it'll be integrated into the...
It's a pretty wide, yeah. It's pretty wide, isn't it?
Yeah, well they're running 9 and 11 inch foots, 15 inch foots, and I imagine we're going to have spaces as well.
Now this is
the right track.
Now this is a dedicated race car, correct? Not road legal.
To my understanding is that we will not be trying to get this on the road. It'll be dedicated race.
And tell me about the engine that's going in this thing.
Yeah, well that's being built back in the work. Well, it's not here yet. The short block is currently in California, being built up by Performance Developments. A Kiwi guy, ex-Formula 1 mechanic.
Yep.
He's doing the short block and some special parts for us.
Yep.
And so that'll be arriving from there, and we'll be assembling it in the next month or so. So we'll keep you tuned as it develops. Incidentally, what did arrive this week was the flat slide induction.
Yes.
I think we purchased that from Twin Spark in, I think they're based in Holland, along with a whole swag of other really interesting period parts for the car.
Wicked. So tell me, what's the time frame for this? Is it going to be ready for next season's racing?
We're trying. We've decided. We're drawing a line with saying we want it to scope, which is our big classic meeting.
And when's that?
Next year.
Yep.
In February, in fact.
Awesome. And Wayne, you were telling me before that you think this might be the only genuine metalwork version of the Mary Stuart car ever made since Porsche did theirs?
Possibly. Well, certainly the only one in this part of the world, as far as we know. No one's attempted to do this to this level.
And this is a genuine reproduction, isn't it? Replica car.
We're doing it down to the last millimetre.
Yep. Awesome.
dimensionally correct in every way.
Well, I think this is a very exciting car, Wayne, and I think a lot of people will be very interested to follow the progress of this vehicle. And so we're going to do another video on this when? This car's just about ready to go off to paint, I think you were saying.
We're probably a couple of weeks away from going to the paint shop, so I thought it would be a good time to show you the car now, because you see the amount of work that's gone into getting it correct.
It's pretty serious roll cage in there.
Yeah, we don't compromise. It's way more advanced than would have been a 1973.
Yes.
Driver safety's paramount. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Wayne. Well, I think we will probably come back and take another look at this car, perhaps when the metalwork's finished and just before it goes to paint, so we can get a good look at how it actually looks in the all steel. And the rest of everybody else on YouTube, come back and check in a couple of weeks.